I never anticipated that it would take that long. Never. What is going on, Cog Squad? How are y'all doing today? Well, I want to say I got my my partner in crime with me. My crew's here. I'm not solo today. I want to tell y'all that Zerk is way, way better than he was just a couple of days ago. Actually, yesterday too.
Yeah, he's not 100%, but he is much improved from even yesterday.
Yeah, so he's much, much better than he was, which I'm so grateful for. Just had us all worried there. Today, actually, we've been starting on this a couple of days ago, and that is the potager garden behind the house. We actually, I don't know if you guys remember, we didn't show it too much, but we had a big pile of topsoil here, and that was for this potager garden to get this side over here built up. You can see how it changes colors, and this is because it started sloping down pretty good right in here. We wanted to get this built up as good as we can. We didn't want it flat, and we didn't want it going back that way because we want the water to shed downwards, but we wanted to get it built up because this is going to be the first stage of the potager garden. Now, this garden is going to be something that is going to continue for as long as I can think of. It's not going to be just a one-time build. It's going to be something that when we're 80, we're still adding on to it. So I'm super excited. This will be the first stage of the potager garden. And that is when you walk through here, we're going to start building raised beds. It's going to be a lot of raised beds back here because of the soil condition we got. Plus, getting equipment in and out of here would be a pain too. So it's going to be raised beds. It's going to be a lot more personal. It's going to be a lot smaller. And that is what we're going to get started on today. And I want to tell you guys what we have planned, or what I came up with in my mind. Now, I did have Tracy from Just Dig It Farms, who is an expert when it comes to this stuff. She's a designer, landscape designer, an incredible gardener, worked for Petals from the past for years and years and years, and was their designer over there. And so she came here a few months ago, as you guys remember, and started giving us ideas what to do here. Of course, the parterre garden that we just recently built. The other thing was the potager garden back here in the back. Now, I took her ideas and I've kind of tweaked it to fit what we want to do back here. And it's kind of going to evolve a little bit. And first of all, we're going to take this rail fencing and we're going to come this way with it. And then we're going to come back way with it. So we got that flag there. And then we're going to go all the way down to the end of our chain link fence there and come back there. And this will be the first area of the potager garden. And I think I calculated with the side beds here, we're going to have roughly 16 raised beds, and roughly I'm thinking around 8x4. They could be different, we don't know yet, but that's the plan in my head, is to do that with this potager garden. And today we got stuff mapped out. You can see we got markers here and there. We're going to put a raised bed in front of the wall here. We're going to put a raised bed in front of the fence over there. We're going to build our original plan was to build a living wall around the generator and the air conditioner. But we're not doing that now because we want that stuff to breathe as much as possible. I think we're just going to build a rail fence around it, just like we got right here. So that is our plans back here, and we decided to go ahead and get started on this thing. And we're going to move some timbers over here. These are the timbers that Brooke found on Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
At a credible deal.
Yes, we ended up buying 50 of them because it was such a great buy, and we didn't have any use for them at the time. However, we were foreseeing our future, and we felt like that we would have a use for them. And here we are. I mean, we've definitely got a use for them. We've just got to get started to know how many we're going to actually need.
That's right. And so we're going to start moving those guys over here, and I need to go grab a tape measure. I don't know why I didn't grab a tape measure, but start moving these guys over here and starting to figure out this whole setup.
Well,
Now
we need to kind of visualize it to see
Oh,
if we
yeah,
want
you're
them
right.
stacked 1 high, 2 high, if the 4x8's going to work,
Right.
and go from there.
Now we did have a huge storm come through here, which the entire southeast had, and we got over 2 inches of rain is what the gauges say, and we did have a little bit of wash, but not bad. This is typical. This is just those little fingers that come through here. But once we get, you can see how I didn't do it in this gravel area. This is all going to be gravel except where the raised beds are. So once we get all this in place, we shouldn't have any of this anymore. All right, so let's move some of these timbers over here, and to see what we got, I'll probably go grab a tape measure too. But let's try. We're gonna try loading it up without putting the forks on the tractor.
And they are heavy.
They are heavy. And,
So we'll see. It might not work.
and see how that goes. We may have to get the forks. You gotta watch this one now.
Ready?
Yeah. We got it. I don't know if that's gonna work for every one of them though. We'll just have to see. Now these, I assume that they were 8 foot, and I've kind of measured some of them, and they're not all the same. Some of them are 9 foot, some of them are 7 foot, so they're not all exactly the same. But we'll figure all that out once we get them, you know, sort of kind of in place. They're gonna go this way. All right, so here's the end of my fence. So hang on, let's see here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got it like right around in here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So like right around in here. All right. Oh yeah, we can roll it. Okay, that's good. It's okay. I know I want to grow. I really want an heirloom tomato garden, and I'm thinking I'm going to do a lot of that back here. So if that's the case, I'm going to have to do 2 high, because tomato roots will grow deep. Now, if I was just going to plant lettuces and kale and that kind of stuff back here, I could get by with 1 deep. But now that I think about it, I think I'm going to do, and I may mix them up. I may do 2 high and some 1 high. All right, let's go grab another one. Okay, that'll work.
I think that would be easiest.
You're probably right. All right, ready? 1 more. All right, right there, hold up. All right, so I'm gonna go grab the chainsaw, and so I'm gonna grab the chainsaw so we can cut this thing in half. They're so big. We got so lucky on these timbers. I'm telling y'all, we got so lucky on the timbers. Before we make it permanent, I need to figure out if I want to do something to help protect these guys. I got several options there, and I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Also, there's probably some of y'all going, well, why are you doing this? How come you're not working on your ram pump and the pond and getting the pipe? Well, we have to go to town to go get the pipe, and we just haven't been to the city lately. It's not that far away. It's only like a 30-minute drive, but you know, we just don't leave too when and I just want to wait till I need to go to the city to go get the pipe. But when we do it, we kind of wait till we have, you know, several things we need to go pick up. All right, let's get to some cutting here. There we go. That's one in the books. And we've decided that we're going to torch them to preserve them. We've been debating on what to do, and we just think that's the best route. And I think that'll work. And it'll look nice too. Now we got a north wind today too. We don't have a, usually the wind I've noticed either east, west, sometimes south, but hardly ever out of the north.
My mama said that her grandmother used to say, north wind coming around the house today. It must have been something a little bit different.
It must be.
When we had a north wind.
It is a north wind, which I never paid that much attention to wind until we got here. But we have a northern wind today.
Coming around the house.
Coming around the house. All right, so I'm fixing to go down here and see if I can find the torch and the propane tank and get started torching these timbers. Now, I've never done this technique before, just never done it before. But, you know, after researching it, it states, and it's hard for me to believe, but from my research it says that it will protect the wood for 80 to 100 years. I'm a little skeptical of that, but again, I've never done this before. If you guys have done torched wood to protect the wood and keep it from rotting, let me know in the comments below what your experience has been like with it. Did it work? Did it didn't work? I would love to know. Y'all, look who I got here. It is Pinky. What's up, Pink? How you doing, girl? How you doing, Pink? Oh, Pink, I gotta find the torch. It used to sit over there in the corner. Let's see if it's still over there. Just remembered that I put the torch at the greenhouse because we used it to torch the weed mat for the flowers. But I got a tank down here, and I'm just gonna grab the tank real quick. Now, let's go run and go get that torch. Well, y'all, I was totally wrong. I told Brooke I had to run in the greenhouse to get the torch. And she said the torch is in the barn. I said, well, I didn't see it. And she said, I don't know where to look. So we got it. That's all that matters. Sonny's gonna help. Hey, Sonny. Come on, sunshine. Come on, Sonny, and help with us. Come on. Come on, Sonny. All right, so we are fixing to do some torching. We lit it up and was fixing to torch these, and we realized that we really needed to clean them first. That you can't burn dirt, so, and we're not making glass. Once we get them all good and clean, we're gonna start burning. Do some burning. Hope we ain't gotta call the fire department. Just in case. Wow, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Torching the wood is taking 20 times longer than I ever anticipated, ever. We've got, basically, if you count the ones we got sawed in half as one piece, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces done in about an hour. That is crazy. Considering we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, it's 6 per bed. We got 24 pieces. 4 pieces in an hour, so that means we got 20 pieces left to go. Wow. I never anticipated that it would take that long to torch wood. Never. Because this is our first time doing this, and I'm telling you, I am really floored. I don't even have enough to do a bed yet. I need 6 pieces to finish a bed, and I don't have enough to do one bed. I've only done 4 pieces. This is crazy. I never thought it would take this long. to torch the wood. We pretty much got the majority of them clean with the brush. It's just the torching part that's taken so long. I must say I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. So, I have made an executive decision. I'm gonna go buy another torch and have 2 torches. We can go twice as fast. We gotta get it done though. We done gone this far. We gotta get it done. All right, so we just got back with the other torch. Got 2 new tanks right here, and we're fixing to get down now. Well, the new torch is working great. The old torch won't even light, so I don't know what the reason. I guess I should have bought 2. So we're just down to 1 torch. We're just back where we started from. This is crazy, absolutely crazy. We had issues with it when we first started with it, but we got it going, and now it's back to not working at all. It won't even light. So I don't know what the issue is, but I guess we'll get us another torch. But for now, we're down to just 1 torch again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I done took it apart, I blew it out, and it's still not working. So I was like, well, maybe something's wrong with the tank. I just hooked the tank up to my heater. This thing's wide open. So it's not the tank. So it's gotta be that torch. I have no idea. It just doesn't make sense to me. I guess it's something inside that little regulator. That's all I can figure. My luck. My luck. Watching how fast and how powerful that one is, it's 10 times faster than the other one. So that's why it was taking us so long to torch this wood. Wow. Live and learn, right? I could even see the flame is blue on that one. And compared to the other one, it just never got that color.
This thing's all the way up.
It ain't. All right, so I'm no expert on this method, but from what I gather is that you want a deep char. You want it to really, really char. You don't want like a light surface char, or it won't work. All your work could be done for naught. So I'm trying my best to get a really, really deep char. I've noticed that if I leave it in a spot, long enough, that the actual top little surface layer dries out enough and actually catches on fire. But it's only for a brief second. It's not like the whole thing. This wood's so thick, this is just not gonna go poof up in smoke. Plus it's hardwood, so there's no type of sap in it. It's not like a pine or a cedar or anything like that. So, but you can really tell when that top layer gets good and dry or gets where it'll burn, because it will start burning for a brief few seconds there. And I'm knowing that's really, really, really charring it pretty good. We're actually making really good progress. And I'm thinking, I said I'd like to get 1 done today. I'm thinking I'm gonna get 2 of these guys set up. The only thing that I'm trying to figure out what I really wanna do is how I'm gonna attach all these guys together. Do I wanna run a lag bolt through here? But then I'm gonna go in an end grain on this, and I'm scared it's just gonna break loose over time. So I'm gonna figure that out. Just something to tie these guys together. My original thinking was to drive rebar in the ground and attach this to the rebar, and I still may go that route. And that may be what I need to do. But I'm thinking that rebar is not gonna be quite strong enough. It's not gonna let it fall over per se, but I'm thinking it may, once I get the dirt in there, it may shift a little bit. I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do some research on that and see exactly what I need to do. Also, I really don't like, if I don't have to, putting a post in here or something in here, because it's gonna take up this much space. I'm gonna get it figured out, but for right now, we're gonna continue torching and see if we can get 2 beds built today. No matter how many times I do this, and I know which way to go, left-hand threads still, they're just, it's just unnatural. So unnatural. If you don't know, this gas on this weed torch has left-hand threads, which means it's the opposite way. On all the parts on this thing, well, at least on the hoses, it's all opposite. So, so what happens is you go backwards to than you're normally used to. So yeah, it is it just gets confusing, even though you know which way to go. It's still, it's so awkward. See, right then, I was steadily recording this, telling y'all about left-hand threads, and I still was turning it the wrong way, even though I need to go backwards. Oh my gracious. Getting it square is crucial. So I got 4-foot pathway, so we're 4 foot there, and we're 4 foot there. All right, so I got this one finished. It's ready to go. It's square. Got 4-foot pathways. I thought about making 3-foot pathways, and then I went and looked over here at the potager garden, and that's a 4-foot pathway in between each of those rows, and that's pretty small. It don't seem that small when you're measuring out, but when I went over and looked, it felt pretty small. So I rather had the 4-foot pathways. I got the room. That's what we're gonna do. And I may do 4 foot on the outside and 3 foot in between here. I may do that. I'll see. It's kind of gonna depend on coming off this house and how much pathway I got right here, because I want this to be 4 foot. So I have them all charred, 2 beds completely done. One thing's for sure, this is not something you want to do in your Sunday's best. I want to tell y'all, I am covered in like I've been cleaning chimneys. Feel like I'm on Mary Poppins, but but I got it done. And you know what? It really does look wonderful. It does. Now I ready to come back with a brush and get it off, and I have started on it a little bit just to test it. And I do want to stack these up. I want to see what it looks like, even though I want to probably take it back down, because I ordered me a gallon. Man, that north wind, goodness gracious. I ordered me a gallon. Let me get over here. I ordered me a gallon of pure linseed oil. I didn't get the boiled. This one's pure, has no chemicals in it. It's just straight up linseed oil. And I'm going to just put a coat of linseed oil on top of the charred wood. And I think that's just gonna make it last that much longer. And we're gonna have a beautiful, beautiful garden back here. All right, let's get this other one set up. I know I'm doing twice the work, but y'all wanna see what it looks like. And I know you guys do too. I mean, goodness. We got to see what it's gonna look like. I mean, it really looks like it's stained in black, like a black stain. It really looks wonderful. I'm telling you, I had no idea it was gonna turn out like this. I really didn't. I mean, it looks just like a black stain. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Yeah, I can see how brushing it's gonna help. Maybe come off with a rag after this. It looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, they are heavy. I may have to take this one down because I gotta go at an angle. Stay up there. Stay up there. There we go. Love it. I don't know why this one's so low. I got a feeling that this piece here is not as thick as these. I just got a gut feeling. See, that one's even. Everything's even, but this one. All right, so I was curious about this. And so this is the difference. This is a piece that is about 8 1/4. Everything else is about 9 1/4. So that's why we got a difference here. That's why this one is smaller. But I'm just gonna let it be. I'm not gonna worry about that little bit. We'll be just fine. It don't have to be perfect, just like me. All right, so we got a 4-foot path. All right, that puts us right here. We'll go ahead and mark 4 foot down here too. Let's see where 4 foot is this way. Right there. Right here. Got that one in place. Now we're ready to roll. That's gonna work out. But man, this is awesome. I mean, this is a deep bed. Your tomatoes are you don't have to lean over so far. I like it. I like it. And I like the look of the wood. It looks great. It looks really, really great.
Yeah, it looks like railroad ties without the chemicals.
It does like railroad ties without the chemicals. All right. 2 in the books. And time to start torching these and get 2 more beds built. Y'all be good.